Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers. This is Brian Twomey. This is FX Trading. We're going to discuss first the weekly trades, FX Weekly. We begin with Euro. Euro closed last week at 1.0928. It closed this week at 1.0910. It didn't change. Nothing happened. The euro still targets 13s. The euro did nothing. We embark on the same trades last week. We embark on the same trades this week as we did last week. We take euro and euro cross pairs long. As I mentioned, euro and euro cross pairs and USD JPY are the driving pairs for the next month. USD JPY begins the week 16 trades. I've offered 16 trades in 16 weeks. We begin with 875 pips in 15 weeks. Okay, here's a concept. What's driving the currency pairs is a phenomenon that we see about every 2 years. It takes 2 years for anchor pairs. What are anchor pairs? Your anchor pairs are euro USD, pound USD, AUD USD, NZD USD. It takes about 2 years for cross pairs and anchor pairs to reach their furthest distance. Okay? What's happening now is your anchor pairs and your cross pairs must now work to compress. The distance is too far. If you notice, in your anchor pairs, they don't have the range. They've been lacking range over the past, well over a month. Your cross pairs have been outdoing your anchor pairs. The trades are found now, not necessarily in the anchor pairs. They are found in the cross pairs. Let me show you a couple examples. Look at euro. Where are we? Where's euro? Okay, look at euro, for example. Look at the relationship of euro at 109. Euro New Zealand, its top pair at 159. Look at pound USD in relation to pound New Zealand. 1.3036 versus 1.9138. I mean, these distances are great. We're using the top and the bottom pairs. If you take this thing further and go to pound Swiss at 1.21 versus pound New Zealand 1.91, I mean, the distance is even greater. It's going to take a good month and probably more for these cross pairs and anchor pairs to align again and compress. You'll notice the success when you see the anchor pairs again achieve wider ranges, okay? Again, the number two. For the week, JPY cross pairs, all overbought. All JPY cross pairs, except pound yen. We're cautious on pound yen for the week. We're kind of staying clear of pound yen, and we don't really, and what do you need pound yen for? You have an oversold pound New Zealand, pound AUD, pound CAD, and you got an oversold pound USD. You don't really need pound yen anyway. You've got 5 great trades. Oh, let's include pound Swiss. You have 5 great trades. Moving along. Oh, okay. Australia and New Zealand, for example, overbought. Again, what are we heading into? Week 3, week 4, overbought? What's the problem? Overbought to euro, overbought to cross pairs, overbought all around. So we're short. We're short. We're short odd. We're short NZD. Overbought. What's the problem here? If the problem again is the relationship from cross pairs to anchor pairs. The most important driving pair to odd USD is euro odd. The distance between the two is far and wide. The distance must compress. The only way that the distance compresses is if deeply oversold euro odd travels higher. And when that occurs, this will open up the range further for odd USD. And you'll see a better trading range. You'll see better trades. You'll see more profit. Bigger ranges, more profit. The ranges for odd USD has been dead over the past month and a half. Same thing for NZD USD, and the same concept. NZD USD in relation to Euro New Zealand, what do we have? 0.68 versus Euro New Zealand, 1.59, 0.68. The distance is too great, and it must compress. Once you see the distance compress, NZD will open up to a better trading range. For now, there's not much going on. There's not much there. We're sticking to this week to Euro and the cross pairs as the number one. We're sticking to USD JPY short. Pound cross pairs, all good, all good. Okay, again, Euro 109.10 versus 109.2. Same trades, same trades. What did Euro cross pairs do last week versus this week? They closed about 100 pips higher. Big deal. They didn't do anything. They still have a far way to go. We're buying dips and we're long. US CAD. 2 big points to watch this week. 2841, 2863. Also, the 5-year average is approaching here at 1.3009. Respect these levels. Respect these longer term averages. Okay, big move. Let me give you an idea what big move means. Okay, now if you take Pound USD and USD CAD, these are the two most important, the two most defining pairs in currency markets. Let's look at what's going on here. If you take Pound USD 1.3036, USD CAD 1.2747, what do you got? A distance of 289 pips. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. This warns, this tells you that a move is coming, okay? This tells you that a move is coming. There's 289 pips is far too close. Normal. Usually the normal range for these two pairs is within the vicinity of like 300 to 600 pips. Notice 300 pip range. 300 to 600 is normal, but again, also warns that a breakout is coming. Overbought begins at in the vicinity from like 600 pips to 900. Again, 300 point range. Over 900, once you start seeing like over 900 up to 1,000 pip spread, you know that the ranges must compress between the two. The distance between the two travel too far, the distance must compress. What you want to watch is, first you want to watch the distance. Number two, you want to watch a possible crossover. Crossover 1.3036, 1.2747. There's only what did I say? 40 points or something? Watch for a possible crossover. GBP lower, USD CAD higher. Okay? Or we see GBP higher, USD CAD lower. Those are your two options. The best option, what you really want, you want the crossover. This is the easiest trade, okay? This is the most profitable and the easiest trade. It's the do nothing trade. It's the trade that currency markets give to you. It's money that the currency markets give to you on a constant basis. One sec. Okay, moving along. Okay, want to understand this relationship? Take pound New Zealand, 9138, 1.9138, as the highest currency pair. Subtract NZD Swiss as the lowest exchange rate, 6363. What do you get? 1.2775. If you take a midpoint from these two numbers, you come up with 2770. So something's going on here. Again, one more concept I want to show. Okay, Euro JPY, 12793. I just want to see which one is the better marker. Neither. 127.93 versus USD CAD, 1.2747. What is going on here? The way you want to look at this is, get rid of 127.93. Just move the decimal, okay? Move the decimal point. Now you have 1.2793 versus 1.2747. And look, 47. You have 46-point spread. You have a 46-point pip spread. I should have shown this last week. It just didn't hit me. I had so many other things that I wanted to show. But what you want to do with Euro, JPY, and CAD, watch for the crossovers, okay? Watch for the crossovers. Last week, for example, Euro JPY traded to lows of like 124. It pretty much hit our support that I reported last week, and traveled higher. What did it do? It traded above USD CAD at like 127s, and it traded to 29s. I mean, there was an easy 200-point trade just on the crossover. What did you know about Euro JPY above 127s? You knew from last week that you had 128 and you had 129s. The highs, the multi-year highs at 129s. Euro JPY traded to 129s. All right, let's say you didn't take the crossover trade from 27 to 29. Let's say you waited. Here's 129. What should you do? Short 129s, okay? Where did it close this week? Okay, you're at 2797 for the week. And, okay, so most important, watch for the crossovers. You see this? Pound New Zealand, subtract New Zealand Swiss. There are, I can't tell you the amount of these types of trades that we have within our currency 28 pair lineup, okay? All it takes is I don't have my calculator, but all it takes is a quick calculator, okay? And you can get this thing figured out real quick. Matter of fact, if you look about a month ago at my blog at btwomey.com or insidethecurrencymarket.com. I submitted targets for bunches of currency pairs, but I submitted the targets and wrote the targets as something like pound New Zealand times pound Swiss equals the target. Something divide this. I mean, it's, multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. That's all you got to do with these currency pairs. Where else are we going? With a couple more things. Okay, let's USD/JPY 1.1726. Here's really interesting last week. Damn. Our short point last week was 1.1542. 1.1542. Here, look at this. It's a question of distance. It's a question of distance. I don't know how to get more. Okay, it's a question of distance. USJPY traded to 117.26, but really, where did it trade? 1.1726. Let me mention one more thing, then JPY, and then I guess that's it. Okay, we got DXY. This is fresh off the presses. Your multi-year top, 99.00 and 99. I just looked this up again. I've been writing 99.00, but 99.15. It closed at 99.18. It's there. I mean, what's multi-year top mean? It means 10-year monthly averages. This is a far distance. DXY traveled from like 89, I don't know how long ago, months and months and months, but it traveled 1,000 pips. It is now at its top. What I'm looking for is the shorts. Back to, I think the low was 96. We got a couple of 98s, 97s. Point is, DXY short, Euro GBP higher. Okay, USD/JPY. We begin the week, as I mentioned, with 875 pips after 15 trades, 15 weekly trades. We are down, okay, from last week. We are off 184 pips. 180, I mean, there is no such this does not happen. An extreme rare day to happen to me. It happened to me. I understand what happened here. I looked up averages that date to like 1999. I can go back to 1999. The only thing that I see in the 17s is the 10-year average. The target on the 10-year average, it was 117.24 or 1.1724. The trade last week was a short at 115.42. Should have never exceeded 16. 16 was pretty much the top. And as I wrote, it was in a horrible position last week. It's in a better position this week because it's massively overbought. Long, short, medium term, it's reached the top. DXY has reached the top. Euro has reached the bottom. So what we're looking for is this. What we're looking for is to add a lot. We're adding a lot. We're adding one lot. And we're trading to, I'm looking at 11588. We could get much lower. If we take the short, that's 100. And now let's say from current 11726 to 11588, we're looking at I think that's 138 points, where then only 40 some points from the entry at 115.2. We don't want to bail out now. We bail out at a loss at 184 points. We add a lot and we trade it down. We hold the first lot, add a second. The second lot will trade down. Okay? As the second lot trades down, we profit. The goal is to trade to right to entry. Okay? We want to get right to 11542. And if that's the case, there's two options available. You exit the second lot for profit. No, you can take out the first lot if you want. That's your option. Or you can take the second lot and trade to target. Or you can just exit with a profit. Okay? The point is, no losses. We've seen this twice. We've seen this twice over 15 weeks. Trade win, 1 week trade win, 80 points past entry. Another, I mean, it's USD/JPY is a funny path to begin with. When 80 points past entry, we had another week, 95 points past entry. I mean, look at my blog at btwomey.com. What did I say? What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. Add a lot. For each trade, we added a lot. What happened? Each trade traded direct and straight to target. So what did you have? You had the second lot paid right to target. The first lot hit the entry. You traded that to target. We had far more pips than we originally set out to earn on two different trades. And as I said, you don't bail out of a loss. You trade the loss down, okay? You trade it down. You trade it to target, or you trade it to at least the first lot entry. btwomey.com or InsideTheCurrencyMarket.com. YouTube. We're on YouTube. Hit the like button. Subscribe, okay? There's something about the number 50 on YouTube. Am I allowed to say this? Something about the number 50 that gives you whatever it gives you on YouTube. You can go live. Oh, you can go live. Okay. Also, I help as many traders as I can around the world. I've been doing this for the past 10 or 12 years. If you're interested in subscribing, we're trading 19 currency pairs per week. This week I added EuroCAD. That's 20 pairs. We have then USD/JPY. That's 21 pairs. I mean, I can call the market for every single pair. Week after week after week, year over year over year. I've been doing it for years upon years. If you're interested in subscribing, btwomey.com or InsideTheCurrencyMarket.com. I mean, I don't help every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes by. Show me that you care. Show me that you have a heart. Show me that you want to do this. You are provided with entry, target, and levels on how you can follow the levels directly to the target, the price series. I call it the price path. This way, you can bail out anytime you like for profit, anywhere along the way. Or you take your trades directly to the target. Okay? Seems like it's a pretty easy trading week ahead. It's going to be a good week. Due to the anchor cross pair distant relationship, it's going to be great trades over the next month or so. I don't have much more to say. Next video next week. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I don't have much to say this week. I mean, if what I discussed here pretty much is on my blog at btwomey.com and inside the currencymarket.com. I mean, look at trades. Everything's there since like 2007, 2008. You can look at multi-year trades, education, anything in FX that has occurred since 2007, 2008. It is on my blog and it is written in deep detail. Again, because I don't trust these people out there. Back in the day, your banks used to be great. They used to be on track. Trades were good. Analysis was superb. Today, it's not worth anything. If the banks are wrong, imagine what these traders today are telling you. We do our homework, we do our research, we enter our data, okay? Trading is all about data. It's time to go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. See you.